All right, guys, so today we're going to do the ab mat sit-up. We use ab mats because they're convenient and they're durable. They're one of the few as seen on TV products that I'm a big fan of. So the ab mat, you can see, is just basically a piece of wood with a piece of styrofoam cushioning over it, and then with some upholstery over it. And what it does is it gives your lower back support when you try to do a sit-up. So it puts you in a position where you get maximal leverage with your abdominals, and it saves your lower back. So you don't have to use an ab mat, however. If you're doing this at home or somewhere else, you can just roll up a towel, something to support your lower back that's going to give you some leverage. Okay? So Stan here is going to demonstrate the ab mat sit-up. And you'll notice that his butt is on the ground, and as he lays back, his butt stays on the ground, and he's pretty sore from a workout he just did, so this is kind of funny. And his shoulders touch the ground. So you'll notice the butt's touching the ground, shoulders touching the ground. A lot of times what we'll see is people do the ab mat sit-up and they'll keep their back planked and their butt comes up off the ground and they rock back and forth on the ab mat instead of rolling around it. We want to roll around that ab mat. That gives us more extension of the abdominals and therefore increases our range of motion and gives us a better workout. Okay? So at this gym, we have tended toward non-anchored ab mat sit-ups because the ab mat gives you enough leverage to do a sit-up without anchoring. When you do anchor, you can cycle them faster, but then you start using your hips more, your hip flexors, instead of just more of an abdominal movement. So you just get a lot more sore when you do it without anchoring. So, okay, Stan's going to go ahead and rip off a few ab mat sit-ups. Let's go ahead and see a couple. Now notice how he comes all the way up. His elbows pass his knees, and that's the range. And notice how his butt is staying on the ground at full extension. Looks good. Looks good. Now, optionally, what you can do is he can go ahead and extend his hands out over his head and throw his hands forward, because remember, this is a very functional movement. We're not worried about isolation so much as if you were going to get up off the ground, how would you do it? You'd probably throw your hands forward if you wanted to do it fast. Okay? And that is the ab mat sit-up.